Yo, what up? Welcome back to She Gets It Pod. My name is Chantal, but you could call me Shan, okay? Because a lot of Americans have a hard time pronouncing a French name, okay? It sounds fancy, it sounds very girly, but I am none of those things. But I just understand why we need passwords. Like, I understand that part, right? But goddamn, how many passwords I gotta make? I got a password for 3 computers, 3 iPads, 1 tablet, 1 phone, 4 Instagrams, 4 Twitters, 5 podcasts, 2 Amazon accounts, 5 banks, and a Bitcoin login. And I'm just like, gotta help. I'm tired. I ain't even online. I ain't even talking about the online logins, okay? And I understand hackers got me working hard. And got some of y'all working hard. But y'all ain't tired? Y'all ain't tired for updating passwords? And don't get me started on Google. Google be like the goddamn feds when it comes to your password and forgetting your last password and what do you think it was. And then you gotta update the Google on your computer. You gotta update the Google on your phone. You gotta update the Google on your smart TV. You gotta update the Google on the Google Home. And I'm just frustrated because I'm a mom of 2. And sometimes I call each child the wrong name. Sometimes when people be like, what's your child's birthday? And I'm just like, wait a minute. Oh, this one is da-da-da-da-da. Like, it is hard for me to remember all of this shit. On top of all of this, now I know crypto has been around for many years, and it wasn't as loud as it is now. But since the government has been fucking up, since the government is tripping, and money is being late for many people. I mean, I think there are over 32 million tax returns still haven't been processed since last year. We are now into another year and ready to put in new taxes. What the fuck? But let you forget that you owe IRS $14.03. They are at your neck. Okay, they are coming for it. They're taking your kids for it. They're going to take one of your kidneys for it until it is paid. And I'm confused as to how you have the audacity to demand what you demand. So today I'm talking about passwords. I'm talking about crypto and a little about NFTs. Now, let me say this. I am not an expert on this shit. I'm just researching it just like you should be. Because if this American dollar starts dwindling like it's dwindling, and we are not putting our money somewhere where it's not diminishing and it's actually growing, and we can actually trade it to get things, then you're going to have a lot of dollar amounts, number amounts that are doing nothing but getting less than what it was yesterday. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be the last to hop on this shit. I usually appreciate being the last to hop on, like, the newest song or the newest album. I like to take my time with that. But when it comes to, like, how I eat, how I provide for my kids, what I can do, a barter system, I'll give you this so I can get that. If that diminishes and is under just government control, what the fuck are you going to do? You have to educate yourself. It doesn't matter if you agree with it or not. Educate yourself on how people are making a living, becoming millionaires in months off of this crypto and NFT shit. Because if you don't, you're going to be a slave to another system where you didn't move when you were supposed to move. Okay? I'm not a chess player. I don't get that shit. I really only used to play chess with the old men and Union Square for the conversation, but they was telling me all of the the players on the thing. Listen, I'm not here for that. I'm just here to have some cool discussion. You could talk to me about it, and I'm gonna get up from here and I'm gonna do my live. I don't get chess, but I do get checkers, and I am the type of person that I will double jump you and still love you at the end of the game. And that's what this is about. It's about getting ahead, being aware, and having the knowledge. Okay? And I'm not going to tell you everything in this episode because this shit is a lot. It's a lot of new vocabulary. It's a lot to research. But it's a start. Okay? So anyway, happy Wednesday. Hope you brush your teeth and shit. I got a new electric toothbrush. Yeah. So let's just get into the show. She Gets It shop is open. It's always been open, but welcome to season 16. She Gets It shop is open with hoodies, sweatshirts, because it's still winter out here. It is still cold. It's a little brisk. All right, the mugs are on there. New masks are on there. They even dropped new AirPod cases. And of course, I had to try a little something. And I got some on there for y'all. So if you want to check out the merch, you can go to She Gets It shop with Teespring. Just put it in your Googles. It'll pop up. You're welcome. Thank you for supporting the show. And if you want to support directly, you can directly support at redcircle.com. The link is in the show notes for She Gets It Pod. I appreciate you. Thank you. And let's continue to listen to the show, because I like to run my mouth. I like how I held that note. Welcome back to the Sticky Notes, okay? This is where I get into my random thoughts, okay? Enjoy, buckle your seatbelt. I might say some things you're not ready for me to say, but I'm going to say them, okay? Because I can. This is She Gets It Pod. My name is Shan. Let's go. What's good? It's Sticky Note time. All right, so let's get ready. Okay, first and foremost, grateful to be here. Grateful to, have you guys hear my voice. Thank you for listening. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you for calling into the show. You can call into all of my shows and leave a voicemail, whether it's a question or you want to do a shout out, or you have a business and you want the people to know about it. I'm going to play it at the end of the show. So if that's something you're interested in, the number is 770-284-8175. Again, the number is 770-284-8175. And that goes for all of my podcasts. Cozy Womb Podcast, call the number. The Real Relationship Report Podcast, call the number. Loudmouth Stereo, call the number. She Gets It, call the number. So what page we on, Bib? That's like a book club with Casey and Kiki. Call the number and let me know, and I will play it on the show. Now, first sticky note I have to talk about is the fact that people really need to understand that your body and your mind works in sync. Okay, at least they should. And if they're not, maybe you need to watch the company you keep and what the fuck you're eating, right? Follow your first instincts that you feel about a person. If they don't feel right, or something is off, or they don't feel safe, stop making plans with this person. Stop putting yourself in positions where you're going to need this person, and stop making this person feel like y'all are a thing. Period. People really don't feel bad about you. People don't feel bad from you. They just really reflect their character on people that they are jealous of. And if no one has ever told you that, Chantal told you. Next sticky note. Nothing good comes easy, but at the same time, you shouldn't be going to war every day to love someone properly. I shouldn't be having to go to war every day with you to love you in a healthy way, or to allow you to welcome me, or trust me, or believe in me, or accept the fact that I believe in you, accept the fact that I'm willing to pour into you, pour into what you want to do, pour into who you want to become. If I have to fight you tooth and nail for that, then it's not a me problem, it's a you problem. You don't think you deserve it. You don't think you're worth it. Something in you is saying you don't deserve what I'm giving, what I'm doing, the effort I'm putting in. And when people give you that feeling, give you that feedback, listen to it and leave them alone until they learn to accept themselves. Whew, this one right here. If a person thinks you need them, they will act a certain way. Okay? They will act a certain way and you would think it's a good thing. But if they gotta act like the proof of quality for you to think that you need them, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. If a person thinks that you need them, it's like they feel like they can do anything to you. They can say anything about you. They can give you any level of BS, and you'll have to take it because you have nothing. You have no other options. And there are a lot of women and men who feed off of people like that, whether it's romantic, just friendships, or even family. And when you see people like that, you gotta leave them the fuck alone. You gotta cut them out of your circle, right? I have family members, correction. I have relatives that I didn't have a choice of being related to, that I don't introduce my kids to. I don't take my kids around them. They might see my kids in passing when my kids are with other people that I do appreciate and do love, but for the most part, they know that I don't fuck with them. So their only avenue to me is little small things with my kids when I'm not around. And if I was really bothered by something that they did, they know I will pull the fuck up. Because when you have nasty characteristics about a person, that doesn't change with a sorry, that doesn't change with apology, that doesn't change with time. That person is going to be who they are until the fucking casket drop. So for my sanity and the safety of them, we need to never be around each other, period. And there are some times when I might be with family that I'm cool with, and they might pull up, and that's when I know it's my time to leave with my kids. And that's just how that works. You gotta keep your sanity. You gotta keep your sanity. You can't let people like that feel like they have the right to share space with you, time with you, or none of that. You get nothing. Nothing. Y'all, if y'all ain't listened to the most recent episode of Too Much Game Podcast, episode 119, The Dress Don't Fit, what are you doing? The words that I think fall out this man's mouth on a level of, oh my God, I think he is me, I think I is we think too much alike. Like, it was gem after gem after gem about people, yourself, your confidence, everything that I feel about human beings came out that mouth. I appreciate you. Y'all go check out Too Much Game Podcast. Yeesh. That man was on it. Okay, that man was on it. This one right here, just make a room, take stuff off the seat in your brain on the left side, and put this shit there, okay? Let me get this off my breast. Don't let your fears have the space of your happiness. Because I understand we all have a little bit of fear about something. We all have a lot of fear about something. But don't allow your fear to take the seat of where your happiness needs to be sitting in life because you're afraid. There's two types of afraid. You could be afraid that, I'm afraid that this dog is going to bite me because the last one bit me. And you could be afraid that that dog is going to bite you and that dog doesn't do anything, that look at you like he's stupid. But if you let your fear sit there, no matter what, you'll never know. And that's how that works. Okay? This last week, I didn't realize how single I was until I had 5 of the last days I had this week. I just said, I don't have a person to take care of me for real. I don't have a person to, do things in a home because I'm hurting or I can't or I'm tired or I'm exhausted. I don't have someone to let me drive. I don't have someone to, can you just tell those kids to stop yelling or stop running or stop jumping off the bed because I can't get up right now. I'm on Oxy. I don't have a person. I don't have a person to go run to the pharmacy and get certain medicine, or if I drop off my prescription, it'll be ready in 4 hours. So those whole 4 hours, I can't go home and relax for real because I know I can't take anything drug-wise because I have to prepare to be able to pick up my medicine before this pharmacy closes because I am it. It is me. I have nobody. You know what I'm saying? My kids have people that love them and will come pick them up and take them and, they can stay overnight. There's nobody that I could be like, hey, can you pack a bag and come stay at my house for a few days just to help me around the house? I have nobody. And that is when I realized I am in my mid-30s. And this is the age when having a companion to do life with matters. Having a person to do when you can't do matters, especially when you have kids. Okay? But even if I didn't have kids and I was a single woman and I had this house and I have this truck and I have these bills and I have these needs, even if that wasn't the case and I was just in this house by myself, I still would have nobody, because the reality is, whether we're sick, hurting, or lonely, or needing affection, other people have lives too. And when we are feeling any one of those 4 things, it doesn't mean just because a person loves you and is willing to do those things that they will be available to do those things. And then that made me think, now I understand why some people be in marriages that aren't great, but at least, they have a relationship with my children to be able to take them to the grocery store and give me 20 minutes of peace or quiet. At least they can go cook for them since I can't. One of the girls had asked me to cook some rice, okay? That's a 25-minute process. You wash the rice, you season the rice, you put water in it, You put it on the stove on high. Once it boils, then that's when you cut up some butter, put it in the pot, turn it down to 2, put the timer on 20 minutes. It's going to take 20 minutes to cook. But think about each of those steps. Every single step that led to another step, I had to run to my room to go lie down and take a break because I didn't have the energy. And that is the reality of where I'm at. And I had a conversation with my mom about it. I had a conversation with Ari's dad about it slightly because he really wasn't giving me any feedback because that's not what he's trying to think right now. Like, the last thing that he would want is a man around his kid. But he's not thinking of it like if he was in my shoes. You know what I'm saying? Because he has always had a living girlfriend to do womanly shit around the house, so he's not feeling what I'm feeling. But I don't believe in living with a single man, but he's comfortable with living with a single woman. I don't believe in cohabitating with no goal. And I'm not saying, oh my God, I just need a man now because I want help. Because a lot of women do that. A lot of women, I take anybody. Yeah, he disrespects me. Yes, he cheats on me. Yes, he makes me look like a fool. Yes, he doesn't touch me, or he tells me that I'm not good enough all the time. Yes, it's slightly toxic, but at least I don't have to do this. At least sometimes he'll do this with the kids. And I don't want to, I know naturally, nobody's perfect, but I don't want to just go outside and get somebody because life is getting heavy. I still have a right to have my standards. I still have a right to have my boundaries. I still have a right to be smart about what man I have around my children. So when it comes to that, it's more so like I want to take my time with the person. I want it to be genuine. That man has to already be a father because I don't want any more biological children. And he has to be on a level of, I want to focus on raising the ones that's already here for me, just like you want to focus on raising the ones that's already here for you. And I want to be able to retire sooner than later. I want to be able to travel and put all of the kids in a position of being able. And that's what I want. But at the same time, that doesn't mean I want to welcome the possibility of someone disrespecting me, the possibility of someone harming my children or harming me, the possibility of someone, faking the funk or lying, the possibility of someone giving me the image of an adult grown man, but by the time I'm like 8 months into our relationship, they're not showing me all of the things they've been talking about. So when I was talking to my favorite brother, I'm just like, damn, Rich. I'm just like, I get it now. And he was like, I know, but nigga, these niggas out here really ain't shit. And I was like, you know what? I'm glad you said it and I didn't have to say it. Because I am not one of those women where I feel like all men are the same. Because I don't. And the reality is all men are not the same. So I'm never going to say that just because I've dealt with a few bad apples. But put it this way. I have 2 kids and they have separate fathers. And one father is really great and hands-on and he is far from a weekend dad, right? And the other one is non-existent. He might as well be like a pen pal in prison for our oldest. And it doesn't mean that he's a horrible person. And neither of them are perfect. But it does mean just because I'm a good mom and I'm willing to do everything, it doesn't mean I should have to do everything. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean I should spend 8 fucking years of doing 96% of what my child needs, and he gets to pop up sometimes once a year, sometimes 3 times a year, depending on what he got going on, for like a couple of days, and it's just like, it's pointless compared to what I'm doing. Is pointless, and to demand respect from me on a parental level is laughable. To even have the audacity to text me on Instagram and be like, I need your help, is laughable. Not because as a human being you shouldn't need help, but because of the fact that I'm over here raising our kid and you don't help me with nothing. Like, I'm the last person on this fucking planet that you should be able to ask for help. So all of those things I realized this week, and I'm just like, yo, fuck. And according to Mike, he'll sit there and be like, you know what, there's somebody in your friend zone right now that could be the man you need, and you just are not willing. And it's not even that, because I'm telling you, there is nobody in my friend zone that I am looking to be the man I just explained to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm at a point where all I can respect is directness. Not beating around the bush, not assumptions, not throwing hints. Like, I can only respect directness. And to me, if I have any male friends that are single who do not have kids, you already are annihilated. Not because you're a bad person, but because the only man I would consider is a man that already has kids, is already in the mindset of a father, right? Secondly, it's not about, I got the money, I'll be able to provide, I can make sure the girls, have X, Y, and Z school, and you'll have someone to help you or bring you soup when you feel like that or whatever. And I'm just like, that shit is nice, but also I've seen my parents' marriage where it was very duty bound. My mom take care of the house. She made 3 meals a day. Whenever we would have field trips, she would come. Whenever we would have appointments, she got on the train, the bus, the trolley. We walked. We got to the appointment, and she made sure she came home before 7 o'clock. So my father, who owned businesses, properties, gambled, can have his food when he expects his food. But my dad never came to appointment. My dad never came to school for anything. My dad never played with us. It was just like he was a figure. And we, thankfully, we've never experienced the lights being off. We never experienced not being able to have. He had 2 cars. My mom didn't drive. And the reality is, I can only go by what I've seen. And my mom was in a marriage where she lived as a single mother. And just because, my father was able to financially provide the physical house, my mom was who made it a home. My mom was who made me feel like I had a parent. But maybe at the same time, I'm not blaming my dad, because maybe how his parents raised him, the way that men back then showed love and the fact that they cared about their family was financially. It was just society had it where, moms do that other shit. So it's not, I'm looking to blame my dad for, being disconnected. It's just like that's what he thought was the role of a father. And when I say this, it's just like, I want a package. I don't want, you could get some of package A, but, you know, if you want more from the man, or you want a more fulfilling relationship, or y'all want to have a friendship, a bond, you want to be attracted to each other, you want to actually pour into each other, that's a whole nother package. But you can't have that. Like, I don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that shit because I don't do anything half-ass. I don't want to go into anything half-ass. And when I feel like, for work purposes, I'm doing a job half-ass and I could be doing better, it's always because I don't enjoy it anymore. But in a marriage, you can't do that. What's the point of me going into a marriage that I'm not fully enjoying? I wasn't fully enjoying the courting. I wasn't fully enjoying the dating. I wasn't fully enjoying the engagement that we were doing for each other. Why would I go into a marriage giving this person the illusion that they are who I want? And that's my thing. It's not no, oh, you need this? Go on Amazon and order it. If I can order the man I needed 110%, dog, I want to be talking to you about my worries of doing this by myself. I want to be talking to y'all. But the reality is life doesn't work like that. So anyway, done with that. Lastly, for the sticky notes, this episode is going to be really long, okay? Because we're not even into the meat of today's show. Sometimes, sis, girl, okay, brethren, friend, sis friend, just take out the fucking trash. 'Cause today ain't yesterday, and you can't pick man traditions and women traditions that you want to keep and the ones that you don't want to deal with and be like, oh, only a man is supposed to pull out the trash. Girl, take your fucking trash out. Take your trash out. Stop passing the full trash can and take your trash out. And when you take your trash out and you put it out at the curb, when they come pick up your fucking trash, pull them trash cans in. When you find the right man in your life to do the things that a man does, you ain't got to worry about that trash anymore. And you ain't got to tell somebody why you ain't take the trash out. When people don't do what you expect from them and what you feel you deserve, that is the truth showing. And that is them telling you what you thought you deserved. From me, I don't think so. And so, if we as women stop doing all the barking, quote unquote, and the yelling and the complaining about what's not getting done, and we just see the truth and accept that shit, we're going to save ourselves time away from the lies and the illusion of what our relationships are with certain people. You know how people be like, you know, you've been doing the same dumb shit in your relationship and your girl doesn't even complain anymore. She doesn't, you know, yell or get angry anymore when she gets quiet. And they be like, you should be afraid. That is what they deserve. That is what brings about the most change, if they're going to change. Because once women, I don't know about men, I don't have a dick, but once women get to a point where we're just talking to bricks, we gonna be quiet and we gotta adjust to prepare for you not being around. And one day your ego is gonna be so fucking bruised that you're going to get the clue that we don't want you around. And by the time you exit it, you probably like 6 to 8 months too late, because we've been off that. All right. So yeah, let's get into this meat though. Let me start by saying this. I ain't never gone through a man's phone or memorized a man's passwords. I think that's trash. If a man ever makes me feel like I need to look or I should double back and check or check what he said, I'm mentally done with you. And when I'm mentally done with you, and your dick can't even reach me. Hello? No, Dalton. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm out. So, the way we use passwords today is just not safe. You ask any tech nerd, they gonna tell you it's just not safe. You make a password today, and then you need to make 2 things to make sure nobody can get to your password. Then you need to make a password for the software to hold all your passwords, so you could get to your passwords if you forget them. Like, this shit is annoying. Hackers are smart as hell. Most use keys that can your most used keys. They look at it and see, you know, if they could formulate what makes sense or what you would probably use as a password, and they'll figure it out. A lot of people do dumb shit like use the same password over and over again. That's why most times when you forget your password and it asks you what was the last password that you had, it'll say can't use the same password again. And it's kind of like, then why didn't you take the password the first time? Basically, it's just saying you need to update this shit. It's time. It's your time. You need to update this shit. And I think we have the illusion of safety, and that's what we're comfortable with. Just like a lot of us have the illusion that we're in a good relationship, and that's what we're comfortable with. It doesn't mean it's right. It just means that we're just comfortable. And, you know, shit is changing. China just made a fake sun that's way hotter than the actual sun on Earth. God probably like, dang, I knew I made them motherfuckers too smart. Because to be honest, how do you have the audacity to make a whole sun? You know, trying to be daddy. And my thing is like, every time that I forgot my password link would come up, right? And I would fucking scream. Suspicious ID or login emails. Google is a beast at that. Like, do y'all use LastPass, RoboForm, or KeyPass, or Dashlane for any of y'all passwords? Because I don't. Okay. I'm not gonna tell y'all what I do for my passwords, because then that wouldn't be safe. But I do some things when it comes to my passwords that's very hilarious. But you know, I'm just somebody that likes to write, period. I do code writing to myself, for myself. You know, shit you did in like middle school, high school, that you just take into adulthood. You know what? It works. So I have some tips for passwords. So let's just get into them, because sheesh, I'm so sick of it. So a good tip for a password is to make a long password. Okay, and I'm talking about 15 characters. So that can be capitalized letters, maybe a word that you pick that you will remember and you know how to spell. A year about something important that you will always remember. A favorite, maybe is a favorite mark that's on the keyboard that you'll remember. Most people use the cash sign in their shit. Most people use the apostrophe. Most people might use the number sign. I don't know what you're comfortable with when it comes to your password, but you know, most people do that, and then when they need to change their password, they just change the number or the year. A lot of people rarely ever change the word. You can make a different password for each account that you have that you will remember, though. Okay? Store your passwords in the password manager. This is my thing about this digital world. I'm always worried about someone hacking my phone, or me losing my phone, or it just not being safe enough, or somebody's going to go on TikTok and show a way to break into somebody's phone without going somewhere to have it broken into so you can see everything. And I'm just like, dog, if I have my cards on this hoe, if I have nudes on this hoe, if I have just shit that I need on this phone and it's in the wrong hands, I am super fucked up. And so that's why it's super important that for parents, you don't let your child rely on a calculator for the answer. You gotta help themselves on how to figure out shit, right? But with this technology shit and password shit, we ain't got no choice but to get to a point where we rely on software to hold our shit, because oh my god, remembering this shit is annoying. You know how you keep your passwords from getting cracked open. Some people write them down, some people send attachment to personal emails, and that's what allows people to hack into work shit. Some people be talking too much, and then people sort of start putting shit together. Be mindful of the shit that random people ask you on social media too, when they be like, you know, what was the name of your first dog, or where did you go to school at, or, you know, put up your most recent, or put up your prom pictures. That was like a whole trend. All these challenges and shit, that ain't just random, okay? When people be like, you know, what was your first elementary school? That is a security question. What's the name of your, what was your first car? What color was it? That is another security question. Like, y'all need to use your fucking brains on this media shit. I've been looking at enough applications that will purposely be like, what's your social media? What's your app? What's your Twitter? What's your Facebook? And thank God I deleted my Facebook, not because there was something negative on it, just because like we live in a time where there's no fucking privacy. There's no privacy between work life and personal life. There's no privacy between, you know, you got a new house and you didn't let everybody know that you got a new house, or you didn't tell me but you told them. They must be more important. I must not be that important to you since you didn't tell me. Like, it's like they penalize you now because you want something personal for you. And I just feel like that's super fucked up, to penalize people because you want something for you. I told that man to not send this plumber back to my house, and he still sent them. That's why I didn't say anything. Shit. Hold on. I'll be right back, y'all. All right, y'all. So I'm back. The plumber was fixing my shower yesterday and the day before that, and he thought he was done yesterday, and I thought he was done. And last night I went to go take a shower, and it turned into a Jamaican shower. What is a Jamaican shower, you ask? Basically, the top part of the shower wouldn't stay on by itself when I wanted it to be just a shower. The bottom was flowing as if I'm taking a bath. So I was like, fuck it. Let me just let the bottom flow, and I'm gonna just clean myself up. You know, take it back to yard. You know what I'm saying? Bend down, wet up yourself, soap up yourself, take the wash rag and rinse off yourself, squeeze it out, do it again. And that's just basically how I'm going to be taking my shower, quote unquote, until he finds an old valve that goes on the middle part to control it. It's like one little chip part around the ridges. that's messed up where it won't completely turn on the shower by itself. So he has to find the little part. He took it off and took it with him. And I'm just like, dog. And it's like all of these little things with the house that I'm in. I'm just like, this is why when people are buying houses, they prefer a new build over an old build, because over time of you using parts of the house that are old, things start to fall apart. And then when you need to fix them, you're trying to decide on if you can find an old part, of hardware that's not made anymore. How many hardware stores are you going to go to try to find this? Can you find it online so it can be fixed? Or should you just take out the whole thing, the whole pipe system, and replace it, which is going to cost you more money? And it's a frustrating process. I would probably say for a homeowner. I don't own the house that I'm in. I'm renting it, but the homeowner, he's a pretty cool guy. Whenever I need anything fixed, he always sends someone to fix it. The neighbor's fence fell on the back. The neighbor's trees fell on the back fence like a couple of days ago. He sent somebody right over, fixed it. Should he have to fix it? No, but he's always worried about, the girls' space and the girls not having the space that they deserve, and he wants things to be fixed in here, and I appreciate that. But it's just like, damn, like, I do want a house that's mine so I can stop moving. Let me tell you who I am. I'm the friend that you can call whenever you're moving, because I love packing. I love labeling. I love putting things in boxes. I love wrapping it up to make sure it doesn't get broken. I love unpacking people's stuff, putting it away, organizing it. Like, that's my shit. So a lot of my friends can always count on me to help them with the moving stuff. And I've moved, I want to say, since I came back from New York to Atlanta, I've moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 to 7 times already. Like, I have no problem with moving. I could pack up a whole 3 to 4 bedroom house, 2 bath, in a matter of days. And I could pack up a whole truck in a matter of hours of that whole house. No problem, by myself. Mattress, bed frame breaking down and all. Like, that's never been an issue for me, and I don't find a problem with it. But at the same time, the girl is in her mid-30s, and the way my back is set up, like, another time, just because you could doesn't mean you should. You know what I'm saying? So maybe by the end of this year, I might be ready to buy a house, or next year. But for right now, I'm just chilling. But anyway, let's get back into this password shit. All right, so yeah, I think people get their passwords cracked open because they write them down, they put them in stupid places, they send attachment from maybe your work computer to your personal computer, and people get in hacking that way. They talk too much, they give too many clues for what their password could probably be. They log in on plane Wi-Fi, airport Wi-Fi, business office Wi-Fi, and coffee shop Wi-Fi. Just because it's free doesn't mean you should. Okay? There are people who wake up every day, go into public places who have Wi-Fi, wait for people to connect their Wi-Fi in bookstores and shit, and try to break into everybody's shit and get all of your information. Like, y'all have to be easy out here. Like, all that VPN shit, IP shit is real shit. Don't ask me how it works, because I can't tell you. I'm not really techie. But at the same time, you just gotta be smart about the ease that you fall into of the illusion of safety. Okay? And staying logged on to shit you don't need to be logged on to. Like, you know, sometimes when you'll be on like a social media app and you connect it to this other app, if you don't use those apps anymore, disconnect your shit. You know, if you don't really use the apps on your phone, this is a pet peeve. I hate when somebody be like, take a picture of me. They give you their phone and their phone looks like icons of death. Icon heaven. Like, why do you have 50 million icons on your screen right now? I don't even know where your camera is. Like, you cannot possibly be using all of these apps. Like, on my phone, it's very organized. All my banking shit is in one box. All my food shit to order food is in one box. All my social media post shit is in one box. All my podcast shit is in one box. All my organization, scheduling, time shit is in one box. All my FaceTime, video call shit is in one box. What the fuck are y'all doing? You can organize your shit so you can relax in your mind. Just think about it. You're sleeping, you wake up, some of y'all, the first thing you grab is not your hands to show prayer and be grateful that you woke up this morning. The first thing you grab be your phone. Some of y'all sleep with y'all phones with the Wi-Fi on. I turn my shit the fuck off. Okay, as long as I have my 2 kids in my house, that shit is the fuck off. And I turn my airplane mode on. And on my screen, I'm still relaxed because I'm not bombarded with so much information. You can't look at words and not register those words. So you're instantly telling your brain, be on, be on, be on. Look at this, look at that, look at it, look at it. You just woke the fuck up. Y'all gotta learn to ease into your day. You know what I'm saying? Ease your eyes into your day. Ease your mind into your day. As soon as we wake up, we bombarded with information. As soon as we go to sleep, we bombarded with information because we can't get off of scrolling through TikTok. I know it's not just me. I know it's y'all too. It's just so much information all the time. So if you wake up an hour before you need to wake up and you have like 1 hour of silence, 1 hour of writing, 1 hour of meditation, 1 hour just sitting in bed having tea, having some water, resetting your body. Maybe you want to steam your face, face mask. You want to organize what you're wearing today. You want to play some music. You want to put some oil in your oil diffuser. Something to ease yourself into your day. Like, y'all be throwing yourselves in traffic of your day like y'all crazy. Y'all gotta chill. Okay? Now, when it comes to passwords, if you like me, you like, all right, Shan, let's make this easy for us. When I say us, I'm talking about me too. And I just come up with a flow of what I want my passwords to be of ease so I don't get on my own nerves. But you figure out what works for you. But thinking about all this password shit really brought me into the mindset of just not knowing better and not knowing what I need to know and just allowing information to sit around me but not utilize it. So I was like, you know what? Since I've been researching and reading and talking to my friends, I was like, I'm gonna get down to whatever the fuck this NFT shit is. Okay? What the fuck is an NFT? Okay? And why should I need to know? So, again, I am not a professional. I am just a human being looking up and gaining knowledge, and I'm just sharing what I learned with y'all, period. Okay, so don't come for me. And if you know more, and if you know something that will help me of anything that I'm about to say, please call in at 770-284-8175 and leave me a voicemail of your knowledge because I welcome it. But from what I've read, an NFT is a non-fungible token. What the fuck is that? Basically, you are the only one who has that kind of asset that belongs to you. That could be artwork, it could be music, it can be videos, it could be a tweet, it can be something that it can be digitalized and sold. And you have a digital NFT store where people can go there and purchase that shit. Okay, I think Nas made a lot of his music a NFT so he can sell it. So now you can own some of Nas NFTs as an asset. So that's what it is. And it's an amazing thing because basically anybody can create money in their hands that's a creative. If you can find a way to digitalize your artwork, what you create in digital world, and make profit as an NFT, you have money in your hands. So right now I have paintings in my house that I've painted. I have 2 that I need to finish. I have paintings that have been done. I have prints, but this is for original. This is not for prints. This is for original, one of a kind. There's not a copy of it. This is it. This is the NFT. Let me digitalize it so someone can purchase it, so they can own it. Okay? People are sitting on money. Now, for me, I have my own thing that I tell myself. Money is something I will not worry about. Money is something that is of abundance. Money is something I will not worry about. I'm not worried about. If I see something and I want it, I will be able to purchase that later. Right now is just not the time. Like, don't count yourself up and being like, oh, I can't do that, or I'm not going to be able. You're telling the world, the universe, energies, that's a complete no. But if you feel like what you want is for you, speak it into existence. Manifest that shit. Money is not hard for me to have. Money will come to me in abundance. And I will be able to get that at some point. Today is just not the day. Okay? Manifest that. It's coming. It's coming as long as you believe it's coming. All right? We all have to stop being resistant to change. Crypto is here. It's been here. NFTs are here. Knowledge is out here. People buying property. Okay? People are buying properties. Families are in business together. Okay? Don't knock yourself out the way being ignorant or just, stuck on, I don't know what that is, I don't understand it, and not do the work. I didn't understand this shit either. But it was nothing for me, just like it's easy for you to go on your phone and look at everybody's life and pictures and shit and drop comments and go on these celebrity websites and read the latest gossip about a life that ain't got nothing to do with you. You could be reading. You could be watching videos on people who are really out here making wealth for themselves and their families. And learn how. Think about it. When you went to school and you was in first grade, you could sit there and be like, oh no, I can't do that second grade work. I don't know how to do it. I've never seen it before, and not do it. But eventually you're going to have to learn it when you get to second grade. So on and so on. You didn't get to, 12th grade just because I just feel like you need to be in 12th grade now. You got there because you've gained knowledge to get to 12th grade. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop being afraid of knowledge that you're going to have to get anyway. Again, I am not an expert, just a human researching and gaining knowledge. Okay? I gotta keep saying that because it's always gonna be that one person that could be like, so where did you get your certificate from? Who told you? Shut the fuck up. I am a human being just like you. I just chose to share the knowledge that I have gained. Period. Okay? Money designed to be used through the internet is called decentralized digital money. All right. Bitcoin is something that launched in 2008 and it was the first cryptocurrency. That's why it's so popular. Now, if I said decentralized digital money and you're just like, what the fuck is that? Basically, the government has nothing to do with this form of moolah. Okay? They have nothing to do with it. They don't have no regulations on it. They can't control it. They can't tell you how much of it you can have. They can't tell you, your account is negative in decentralized money because it's none of their business. And they're having a battle with people who are gaining wealth from something that they cannot control. Decentralized digital money means it's person-to-person money. It's bank-free methods of transferring wealth or ownership without needing a third party. The third party meaning the bank. So, if Peter wanted to give me $20, okay, me, Shan, $20, instead of Peter having to do a deposit into a bank and to a middle person, a third party, Peter can give it straight to me without having to deal with a third party. Decentralized digital money. And that's why the banks are hating it, because the banks make loans and investments with your money because you just lack the knowledge of doing so on your own. So they make money off of your money when you could be making money off of your own fucking money. And that's why these banks and government systems have an issue with that shit. Now, let's move on. Okay, so let's continue on the NFT shit before I get into the crypto shit. How to make or sell an NFT, okay? First things first, do you have a digital wallet, okay? You can't use your regular wallet that's in your bag. Okay, you can't use your wallet that's in your back pocket that's making your booty thick, okay? Basically, fungible means they can be replaced or exchanged with another identical one of the same value, okay? So, if I have artwork that's worth this for an NFT, and you have artwork that's worth this for an NFT, and we want to exchange it because it's worth the same amount, then that's how that would work, okay? You need to know what kind of cryptocurrency you need. You need to know where your digital store is going to be in order for you to put your NFTs on it, for people to see it, to buy it. And there are different NFT marketplaces. I'm not going to tell you all of them, but there's OpenSea, there's Nifty Gateway, there's Rarible, there's Mintable, and they have some other names and stuff. What makes them different is some of them have weird ass fees, like the cost of converting US dollars into Ethereum. Ethereum, another word that just might be new to you, is basically the currency most commonly used to buy NFTs. Okay, so I think this is what turns off people a lot to this shit. Is it's a different vocabulary. It's new vocabulary. It's a lot of it, and you have to learn the vocabulary to be able to talk about it, right? But who the fuck cares? If I introduce you to someone named Leaf-A-Lot, and that was my man, You're not going to be able to call him anything else. You're going to have to learn his motherfucking name, just like y'all about to learn what I'm talking about. So Ethereum is basically the currency most commonly used to buy NFTs. Now, back to the digital wallet. You need a digital wallet to start to create a NFT. You buy a small amount of Ethereum and you get a connect to an NFT marketplace to upload and turn your content into an NFT or crypto art. All right. So to start, upload your content to a marketplace, then follow the instructions on turning it into an NFT. Add in details about your artwork and the price. Okay? People use ERC, basically 20 tokens, Wax and Flow, or Ethereum to buy your NFT. They have crypto ATMs. If you look on certain websites, they'll tell you where the Bitcoin ATMs are to where you can convert it back into US dollars. Like, this shit is out here. People are living like this. There are a lot of people out here that get paid in this and not American dollars. And that's as far as I got with the NFT shit. Okay. Really beginner. Okay. Either way, y'all need to read. Y'all need to get up on this shit before you get left trying to earn a depleting American dollar. So please keep gaining knowledge. Even if you don't get into it and you don't use it, you need to know how it works so you're not manipulated about it by anybody. Okay? Now, I know I'm saying a lot today. It's only Wednesday. I'm saying a lot. Cryptocurrency. Let's get into cryptocurrency, okay? Cryptocurrency is basically a form of payment that can circulate without need for government or bank. And that's what the fuck they hate. You can buy Bitcoin on Cash App, Coinbase, eToro, Robinhood, CoinMama, BlockFi, and many other places. A lot of people have a security question in order to get into their crypto. Never buy any amount that you cannot afford to lose. It's just like gambling. Don't gamble your life savings if you can't afford to lose your life savings. Don't put a lien on your house if you cannot afford what's going to happen if shit don't pull through. You'll need a Bitcoin wallet for large amounts, okay? You'll need a Bitcoin wallet for small amounts. You just need a Bitcoin wallet. Okay, so if you're asking, okay, they say you got a hardware wallet versus not having a hardware wallet. If you have a lot of money, a big chunk of money, you would want a large hardware wallet. Okay, it's like this little, you know how people in college used to walk around with like USBs and shit? That's kind of what it looks like, but it's like a little bit longer. So if you have large amounts of money, that's what you want for the most security of your money. But you can also not have a hardware wallet and use a regular wallet. Now, when it comes to Bitcoin exchange, it's accepted in some countries. You need to know what countries accept it. You need to know what are the accepted payment methods that people can use. You need to know what the fees are for deposits, transactions, and withdrawals. You need to know what the buying limit is. Some of them have a buying limit. You need to know what their reputation is for the wallet. So if you put in a Bitcoin wallet on Apple, right, to look for an app, read the reviews. Do your research. Read articles on the one that you think you're going to go with to see, you know, can it be trusted? Would you trust them? What's the reviews like? What's the pros and the cons? I've looked at the pros and the cons of many wallets. I've asked Greg from Young Black and Bothered about what wallet he uses. The exchange rate, you need to know that. It's just a lot of information that you need to know before you make any moves in this crypto shit and NFT shit. Now, There are stores right now currently taking crypto, like AT&T, Starbucks, cheapair.com, Travelodge.com, Overstock.com, Burger King, Subway, KFC, Microsoft, Newegg, Home Depot, Whole Foods, Tesla, Bit Refill, even Pornhub. I'm not a Pornhub lover, but I know a lot of y'all are Pornhub lovers. What are you buying on Pornhub? Okay, never mind. That's none of my business. But anyway, those are the places right now actively taking crypto for exchange of purchase. What are some digital wallets? Okay, you have Ledger. That's good for hardware wallets, but a lot of these cost money. Okay, so research it. You have Trezor. That's for a hardware wallet. You have Electrum. That's like desktop wallet. Edge is a mobile wallet. If you go to 99bitcoins.com, it explains it really well. A lot of them have videos. So when I was doing my side-by-side thigh booty exercises in the kitchen earlier this week, that's what I was on, researching this Bitcoin stuff and NFT stuff. I'm looking at my neighbor that I never get to see in real life, and now I know what they look like. Oh man. Okay, so what are some trading platforms? You just need to read up on them, period. I'm not gonna go over them. You just need to read up on that, but this is something you need to know. Please read. A lot of the wallets or places that you buy Bitcoin is going to ask you for your KYC. All that is they want to know who you are and if you're an actual person. So know your customer. So they might ask you for your ID, picture of the back and front. They might ask you, are you looking to trade for business or pleasure, or I forgot what the other thing is that they gave you, but they'll ask you a few questions about yourself to make sure you're a legit person, and that is who you say you are. To withdraw your coins after you get them to your digital wallet, there are Bitcoin ATMs, but a lot of them have different fees, so pay attention to that. The bigger the amount that you're trying to pull, I'm sure the bigger the fee. But anyway, that was my tips and shit on this crypto and Bitcoin stuff. When I was, researching all the password articles and things that have been happening in the world with everything being digital, it came up. So what else do I have to tell you guys? I feel like I've been talking your head off. Euphoria season 2 started, and when I tell you, from start to finish, that shit had me in a headlock with my eyes wide open. Euphoria is so good, okay? It's so good, but in order to understand the characters and how they're acting in season 2, you need to watch season 1. Watch season 1 and you're going to understand who the characters are and why they're so important in season 2, but it's really good. Station 11, I've been watching that like crazy. That's a really good show. What? Get out!
When it's night,
No, it's not yours.
when it's nighttime and it's dinner time, can I have the fried chicken?
Yes, but not right now. I just fed y'all. Get out.
Oh, I'm still hungry.
Get out! And shut the door.
Kitty's still hungry.
Shut the door! Yo! That's what happens when you have kids. How you knock and you just come in anyway? Like, everything that they wanted, I could answer with the door closed. But anyway, yeah, Station 11 and Euphoria I've been watching. I tried to get into the new season of Dexter. I can't get into it. What else been going on? By the time you guys get this, I should already see my surgeon for my tooth. So hopefully I can record this weekend for next week. I don't know how I'm gonna be feeling. That's it. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. If you want to leave a voicemail or anything, I don't have any active voicemails right now. But if you want to leave a voicemail or anything, or any questions for the show, or if you have something you want to promote or let the people know about that listen to She Gets a Podcast, you can call 770-284-8175. I appreciate it. I try to read as many podcast reviews that I can. I'm always looking for ways to give you guys information that I think will be useful. So yeah, let me say this also. I'm not speaking for all podcasters, but I am speaking for me. I hate when people get their publicists to hit me in my email so they could come on my show and talk about what the fuck they're doing. I don't know you. You clearly don't listen to the show, because if you did, you would know this is not the first time I've said this. That is phony. That is a fake way to do something for yourself on the audience of other people. Okay? And I'm not saying you need to pay me, because you don't. But I only want to do shows with people who have genuine interest in She Gets a Pod. And what be killing me with people who come to you to gain your audience is they like to tell you when will be good for them to be on your shit. Like, it's different if, you know, I'm on social media, I see your page, I'm already engaging with you. You have some interesting posts, you have good content, and we're already in conversation. And I offer, hey, would you like to come on the show? But to just come on somebody's show that you don't know to promote your own shit, and you're not helping them to gain anything interesting because they don't know you, that'd be the stupidity for me. Like, what? But anyway, thank you guys for listening to She Gets a Podcast. This was a long one. This is well over my 45-minute mark. But since I only talk to you guys one day a week now, I figure I can run my trap. So there's that. I hope you guys have a good week. I hope you are warm. I hope, people are taking care of their health. I hope people are aware that, right now, if all that you're doing is sitting in the house and it's wintering outside, it's tsunamiing. That should be a word. It's tsunamiing outside. Places that it shouldn't be. The South is getting winters that they shouldn't have. Sit your ass inside and stop talking about, I need to get my nails done. Sit your ass inside. Your kids don't need to go out for ice cream. There's ice cream in the house. You don't need to be out in a restaurant, multiple times a week. There's food in the house. You don't need to be getting all this junk food just to sit in the house because your kids aren't active. Like, I purposely went to the grocery store and did not buy chips. I purposely went to the grocery store and did not buy cookies. I bought things to make meals. So that's how I know that there's no way that you can be hungry every 15 minutes when I just fed you a whole meal. And please be mindful of your children eating out of boredom. I purposely don't buy juice. Like, let's not create another show because you can find me at She Gets a Pod on Stereo. You can find me at Mommy Rocky on TikTok. You can find me at She Gets a Pod at Gmail if you want to email me. My P.O. box, if you want to send me anything, is in the podcast notes. Probably not the show notes, but the podcast notes for sure. I know my P.O. box is in there. What else? You can hit me up at ShambiPodden on Twitter and IG. I do answer messages as long as it doesn't look like spam. I had to be really strict on who can, send me messages and who can reach out to me on IG, because my last page that was at She Gets a Pod, someone spammed it and hacked it. My last page of Cozy Womb Podcast, someone spammed it and hacked it. So I had to make 2 new Instagram pages, and I'm trying to build my audience back up, and it's been very frustrating. But the girl got to do what she got to do. You can find me on the Real Relationship Report podcast 2 Fridays of every month. Our next show will be, what is this? It will be this Friday, talking about cheater's guilt with Dungeon. So that show will be live on stereo at 8 o'clock if you want to come through. And that's 8 p.m. Eastern. Then, what show is after that? Loudmouth Stereo with Greg from Young Black and Bothered will be Saturday night at 9:30. What else is after that? I usually post those that Monday. Then the last episode of season 9 for So What Page Be On Bid will be this Tuesday. So it was yesterday that we did that last episode. Our new book will start in February. We'll be reading Black Mother of Hollywood with Jennifer Lewis. That's a good book. We are doing the audio, so it's going to go a bit faster because the audio is in her voice. So it's a good one to hear her voice read it. What else is going on? Cozy Womb Podcast. I do that show every Monday. I'm tackling parenting myths, things that people generalize and think is real, and for everybody it's not. So I'm talking about a lot of different things. So that's on Mondays. Either way, I'm out here. I'm out here doing podcast hustling. I'm out here parenting. I'm out here single as fuck, but in my house. This is not the right environment to be single in for many reasons. But again, let me shut the fuck up before I make another show. I appreciate you guys for listening. I appreciate you guys for sharing. I appreciate you guys for your feedback. If you're a podcaster and you're not on TikTok, even to just promote your show or bring new people in, you're missing out on a bigger audience. You're missing out on a bigger audience for your show. If you're interested in growing your podcast and you are not on TikTok utilizing it, you're a fool, period. If you're interested in growing your show and you're not on platforms like Stereo where you can podcast with anybody from anywhere and have the audio for free, you're a fool. Okay? Twitter can be it all the time, and you're not going to grow on Twitter if you're not in discussions with other people. Twitter is not one of those places where you could just go on there and post what you want to post, talk to 5 people, and expect your show to grow. Like, you got to do more than that. And if you want people to listen to your show, please give them something to listen to. If you want to play music in the background, shout out to Rosie, the Rosie Perspective podcast. She did give this tip on her Twitter, and she said if you're playing music in your show, the music should not be louder than the actual audio. And that is facts. If you are a group podcast, it shouldn't be more arguing than actual content that we can understand. Like, everybody needs to respect everybody in this podcast space in order to have a good show. And we don't need, I talked about this, we don't need 15 different podcasts talking about the same shit. And it's not about fitting in the box all the time. It's not about giving people what they want to hear because that category is doing numbers. Is that truly who you are? Does that truly represent you? Is it interesting? And I'm about to use the belt today. You hear him. You hear him running in my house. Does it look like I want to go to the hospital today because somebody ran into the bookshelf? Does it look like I want to pay for something being broken that shouldn't be broken because kids shouldn't be running in my house? No. So on that note, I'm out of here. My name is Shan. If you want to call me my full name, my name is Chantal, okay? And the podcast journal is on the way. I should get the prototype this week. And if I like it, I'm going to make the journal live so people can purchase it who are podcasting and need to organize their thoughts, because that's what I'm about. I'm about people having a platform where there are no rules to express themselves, period. Okay, so y'all be good, be safe, bundle up, do what you could afford, okay? Be your own boss. Remember, bosses don't cheat, okay? Bosses don't cheat. You could do what you want to do. Just make sure you can say to the world, this is what I'm doing. And if you can't, and you ain't a boss, you are a peasant. Peace.